European products are actually very competitive in global markets. And the reason for that is they've had the advantage of a dynamic single market now for many years. The service sector has only just come to grips with the idea of a services directive. And the important thing is to try to develop that dynamic in a service market, in the services markets, and replicate the success that we've had in product markets.
And service innovation is one of the most important drivers of structural change. Most of the new jobs that have been created in Europe in the last couple of decades have been in the services sector.
A lot of manufacturing sectors have included a lot of services into their products to enlarge the value chain, to get solutions to their customers instead of just products.
If you take the whole spectrum and the convergence with this hybrid type information communication technologies, the services really have developed both in terms of the manufacturing side of industries plus services themselves per se. So if you have advanced manufacturing or even low-tech manufacturing, the relationship with customers and clients is something that feeds back into the system. And in Europe, because we have high demand for lots of advanced and sophisticated products and services, the knowledge accumulated keeps being reinforced and recycled.
We are working through cloud computing platforms in which, for instance, for a certain industrial area, cluster, district, services could be provided, tailor-made for that particular sector, for this particular area, through this platform, so that the customer base will be larger, even those made by small companies, and so service companies would be more incentive to participate and to provide services to these small companies. On the other hand, the small companies would have a large choice of tailor-made services for them.
Those companies that are really successful in terms of service innovation consistently, they acquire a lot of knowledge and information based on many examples of these type of customer interactions, and so they spot a completely new area of innovation or of a service which they come up with, and they standardize it and they deliver that as a service concept in many different areas of customers.
Companies, but also individual entrepreneurs, can implement new strategies and can really serve individual customers with all kinds of services, and that's the challenging part of this transformative capacity.
The infrastructure for innovation is largely depending on the context of every region. That means there's no one-size-fits-all solution. In general terms, I would say, you need what? You need two things at least. A system that irrigates knowledge throughout the territory, and that is ICTs. ICTs, infrastructures, services and applications. And you need a thriving business innovation support sector. You need these two. And then you need, from the public sector, planning or strategic planning capacities, to be precise.
The danger is that the new member states could decide to copy Germany, copy the United Kingdom, copy France. And if they do that, they're going to lose some of the more exciting and distinctive elements of their regional economies. And that exciting, distinctive element is an ability to maintain new forms of manufacturing and combine it with advanced business and professional services. It's a new opportunity, it's an interesting opportunity for those countries to capture.
In Europe, we have very strong creative industries, and they have been growing hugely in the last few years. And we know that we need to benefit more from the creative potential of the creative industries throughout the economy. This is not so easy, and therefore what we are in search of are better ways of connecting the creative industries and the creative world with traditional industries, so they can benefit from this creativity in new products, better services and better customer interfaces.
I think they also could form new value chains. Yeah, very sophisticated value chains. They could easily go abroad, because I think creative industries offers a lot about content, about also international high-value knowledge. So it helps traditional businesses to enlarge their markets.
To start with, to identify the right management capacities, institutional capacities to translate public policy into realities in this field of innovation. This means working closely together with technology parks, innovation agencies, those that know this is difficult business. This is not like opening roads. This is about opening minds and getting people to connect to each other.
Service businesses have particular challenges when they're trying to access finance because they do not have such a tangible technology or product that they can show to the investment community and that the investment community easily understands. They often have IP, which is very difficult to protect or maybe can't even protect at all. And their assets are mainly intangible and much more difficult, therefore, to appreciate if you're an investor. So their first challenge is to attract an investor and to help an investor understand their potential. And their second challenge is that often they are not ready for investment when they come to approach the investment community, mainly because they don't know how to communicate that potential, that opportunity. How do you present your business model when it hasn't got an easily understood technology behind it? So that often is also a feature. And then the third problem is actually the supply of finance. There just isn't enough dedicated finance resources available for service businesses.
Innovation vouchers traditionally helped SMEs to get access, very easy access to R&D on a small scale level. But now we think about new forms of innovation vouchers called creative vouchers, and we want that SMEs get access to services of designers, of software developers, for instance, of sophisticated advertisers, in order to bring their products at a higher value to the market.
What we do not want to do is to just a one-shot voucher to the company and let the company go out. We want to give a voucher to the company, and we expect the company to grow. Okay? Then afterwards, we will be able to put something else for the company, some bank loans, some guarantee for bank intervention. This is the first step. We would like to have a second step, a third step, and in 5 years, 10 years, we would like to say this company has obtained a small voucher and look where it has gone.